The Raptors have been the best team in the East pretty much all season. I got the Raptors in 5 here. I think the struggles they had with the Wizards are a thing of the past. The Wizards are somehow less than the sum of their parts. You know, John Wall will be the best player on either team. Bradley Beal is excellent. Oubre is good. They have a lot of good different pieces. But Toronto plays together cohesively as a unit. Until sometimes late and close, they ISO DeRozan and Lowry too often. But otherwise, they play together well as a unit. That's why they're a top 5 offense league-wide, top 5 defense league-wide throughout much of the season. They have the best bench in the NBA. You look at the point differential with their second unit. They play up. You know, they're greater than the sum of their parts. And the Wizards are a team in disarray. So, and by the way, they learned how to play when John Wall wasn't there, Stephen A. Not just resetting high pick and roll, you know, every time. Good. But now with John Wall back, again, they're a bit in disarray. Toronto's a cohesive team. They beat the team with the better individual players, Toronto in 5.
Well, they were bickering. They were in disarray because they were bickering when John Wall went out. You had guys that literally went about the business of trying to proclaim they were better off without him. You know, they're going to share the basketball. Everybody eats. It was one of their terminologies. Marcin Gortat had the nerve to sit up there and go on Twitter and say something, all right? But that's neither here nor there. At this particular juncture, I think you look at the way the game is played. You look at the Washington Wizards, the kind of skill set that they have with Wall, with Beal, the fact that you have an all-star backcourt that's experienced because they were in the playoffs last year before losing to the Boston Celtics in a Game 7, the Western Conference Semifinals. I think you got to look at it and say to yourself, can the Wizards protect their home court and push this to a 7th game? I say yes. They split with each other in the regular season. I can see them splitting with each other through the first 6 games in the postseason. I don't see either team winning on the road, although it's plausible that each of them can steal a game on the road before Game 7. But ultimately, it will come down to a Game 7 north of the border. They will be in Toronto, and it will be, once again, too much for the Wizards to overcome because their depth on their bench will not be enough. It won't be like last year against Boston when Scott Brooks inexplicably decided to play Kelly Oubre just 1 minute total for the game, which made absolutely no sense whatsoever. He'll do a better job this year. John Wall will do a better job in the fourth quarter because he knows how spent he was in Game 7 last year once the fourth quarter rolled around, and Bradley Beal will show up, but it will not be enough against Toronto. I believe Toronto will win this series, but it will take 7 games.
Raptors obviously trying to get that monkey.
Your slightly older cousins, Toronto Raptors.
Yep, trying to get their monkey off that back, though, guys. Raptors lost Game 1 in each of their last 10 playoff series, which is the longest streak in NBA history.